The wind teased the flames of the candles. I sat alone at a long table meant to seat 20. The cake sat untouched. My hands rested on either side of my lap like a child waiting for permission to speak. The sun dipped low, casting a golden glow across the rows of carefully arranged folding chairs. I'd booked this rooftop weeks ago, a cozy little spot downtown. Even splurged on the good string lights, the warm amber ones that gave everything a soft glow. Not those cheap, blinding LED strips. I thought, maybe this year, just maybe, they'd show up for me. But all that met me was silence. That, and a single text from my wife. Don't be dramatic. It's just a birthday. We're going to your brother's barbecue. You knew that. I looked up. Nothing above me but sky. And for a moment, I felt like that little kid again, the one left behind at the school gates, watching other kids run into waiting arms and warm smiles. Only this time, I wasn't a boy. I was a grown man. And somehow, I was still the one left behind. My name's Marcus. I fix gutters for a living. It's not glamorous. Not the kind of thing you mention first at dinner parties. But it's honest work, keeps roofs from caving in and homes from flooding. Gina, my wife, used to say she admired that about me. That I worked with my hands. That I didn't care about impressing anyone. But something shifted after my brother landed that tech gig and bought the beach house. The comparisons started small. Quiet digs during dinner. Then came the sharper jabs. Ever think about doing something more ambitious? She asked once, swirling her wine like she'd been born in a vineyard. My family followed her lead. Slowly, like dominoes tipping one after the other. My brother became the golden boy. My work, just something I'd grow out of. Still, I stayed kind. I stayed loyal. Because I believed that love meant staying even when you're the only one holding on. The day before my birthday, I asked Gina if she planned to come. I asked like a stranger asking for a favor. She rolled her eyes. Marcus, you really think people are going to skip a barbecue with steak and music just to eat grocery store cake with a guy who fixes drains? That's embarrassing. She laughed. That cold, hollow kind of laugh I'd heard before, but it still cut just as deep. I didn't argue. I just nodded and said something I hadn't said in months. Cool. Don't say I didn't warn you. Because here's what she didn't know. What none of them knew. Last fall, I helped a client repair a collapsed gutter on a heritage building downtown. Turned out she was a producer. Legit. Netflix, Apple, the whole deal. She liked my story. Said I had the kind of face that looked like it had lived through something. One thing led to another, and she filmed a short documentary. About me, my work, about dignity and being unseen in plain sight. It went live last week. And it blew up. But I didn't tell anyone. No posts. No bragging. I just waited. That night, as the candles danced in the breeze and the chairs remained empty, I heard the elevator chime. Once. Then again. Then again. Voices. Footsteps. A wave of people poured in. Filmmakers. Local journalists. Even a few faces I'd only seen on YouTube. And cameras. So many cameras. They didn't come for cake. They came because of the story. Because of me. Flashes went off. Applause filled the space. I stood frozen as the producer handed me a mic. "This is the man," she said, beaming. "The one who reminded us that dignity isn't about titles. It's about how you treat people. It's about showing up." I spoke. At first, my voice trembled. Then it found its rhythm. I told them about my work. About the loneliness. About the sting of being laughed at for wanting just one day to feel special. That's when I saw them, Gina, my parents, my brother, all arriving out of breath. Faces stunned. Confusion slowly twisting into horror. But it was too late. They weren't the stars anymore. I was. After the event, they tried to save face. Gina told me how proud she was, said she didn't know it was such a big deal. I didn't answer. I just looked at her, really looked, and saw her clearly for the first time. A mirror that never truly reflected me. That night, I went home alone. Poured myself a glass of whiskey. Sat in the quiet. But this time, the silence didn't ache. It felt clean, like I'd finally washed something off my soul. In the weeks that followed, the calls came in. Opportunities. Partnerships. A local school even invited me to talk to students about pride in their work. About showing up. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not rich. But people see me now. And more importantly, I'm free. They laughed at the man who repaired gutters, until the world saw the man who never stopped showing up, even when no one else did. Turns out, you don't need their applause when you've already built your own roof.